stars. How are you? It is Mrs. Price and I'm coming to you from my home classroom. I hope you had a great first week with your online learning with your teachers. I had a wonderful week. It was so much fun to do something new and different. I only heard back from a few of you on your projects, and I think a lot of you did your projects, but you didn't know how to get them to me. So if you will go to the home page on your art course, I will post a video on how to get your projects to me. I'm going to try something different this next week, and hopefully it'll be a lot easier and clearer on how to get your projects to me. Also, you can always send your projects to your homeroom teacher and they will forward them to me. Okay, I cannot wait to see what you create. All right, this week we are focusing on texture. What is texture? Do you remember? Good, very good. Texture is how things feel. Everything has its own texture. If you feel things around you, you will feel like my shirt has a texture, my skin has a texture, this pen, this marker has a texture, the carpet has a texture, tile has a texture. Everything has a different feel, how it feels. Okay, we can also draw texture, visual texture. And if you remember doing your trees during fall, we did texture lines on the trees to make the trees look bumpy. Okay, so this week we are going to be drawing landscapes. What's a landscape? Do you remember? Very good. A landscape is a picture of the land. All right, so we are going to draw landscapes, and then we are going to go around our house and hopefully get to go outside, and we are going to rub and make texture rubbings like you have done before, but we are going to do it with texture that we find around our house. Okay, are you ready to get started? All right, here we go. Okay, so we're going to make a landscape, and if you remember, a landscape is a picture of the land, okay? And I'm just using copy paper. If you have bigger paper, go for it. Don't worry about it being perfect. So I'm going to add in the front, I'm just going to add lines that make it look like there are hills, and then I'm going to put some mountains in the back, maybe even give it a sun. And I'm using a black marker so that I can see my different areas. Okay, you can use whatever color you want. All right, so I am just going to start on one side and do kind of a curved line. I'm not going all the way over to the other side because I just want this to look like a hill. And I'm going to start on this side, and I'm going to curve and meet the first line. So now I have two hills, okay? And I'm going to make one more over here, and I'm having it just stop there, and one more down there. So now I have four hills. Okay, I'm going to make mountains in the background. So I'm just doing kind of a zigzag line, upside down V. I'm going to make another one over here, one over here, and another one there. All right, so now I have four mountains, four hills, and I think I am going to go ahead and give myself, I'm going to make a curved line for my sun. Okay, all right, if you want to add clouds, that might be kind of fun. Thing is, you want to add big areas of space. You don't want teeny tiny areas of space, because then when you go to add your texture, it's going to be quite small to add your texture. I think I'm going to add maybe zigzag line on my mountains, make it look like they've got snow on the mountains. Give me another area to add texture. Okay. All right, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, I'll meet back up with you and I'll show you how we're going to add texture. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so I have come outside to find some texture, and I'm going to do some crayon rubbing and hopefully create texture on my landscape. So the first thing that I found when I walked outside was that in front of my door I had this mat, and it has this great little chevron texture. So I'm going to take a crayon, and I'm not worried about coloring this landscape to look realistic, so I'm going to pick whatever color I want, and I'm going to start coloring in, and I'm doing this one-handed, so we'll see how good it comes out. But as you can see, when I start rubbing my crayon over, see if I get that color in, it's giving this a great texture. Okay, and the second thing I found when I came out here was I found some dead leaves, and so I put the dead leaves onto my porch, and I'm gonna see if I can get some leaf rubbings. Even though they're dead, hopefully they will come out. So I hope you can see that. It's hard to see out here. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Oh, almost. There it is. The paper is moving around. Okay, this one's not the best because I'm trying to hold the camera and try to color. Okay, that one didn't work out the best, but if I could have kept my paper still, it would have worked out really well. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this up to the brick of my house, and I'm gonna get a rubbing off of the brick. So here we go. That one wasn't quite as interesting as I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna try, I did the brick right here. I'm gonna try to get maybe the mortar line on this next one. Let's see if I can get it to show up. That's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, so I have some wood right here that has some really nice wood grain, so I'm going to try that on my next rubbing. It's giving me texture, but not as much as I wanted. That's okay. That's all right. Okay, let's see what else we can. So I went and got a clipboard so I hold my paper, and I put the dead leaf that I found behind my paper, and I'm gonna see if I can get that texture of the leaf onto my paper. There it goes. That's much better if I can hold everything still. And a car is going by. Okay, do you see that leaf? All right, so I'm gonna move it over. Move it over, make sure that's in there. And if you have crayons that don't have wrappers, that works the best because you can rub them on their sides. I was just trying to see if this would work with crayons and just coloring lightly, but if I color really, really dark, I'm not going to see that impression. But there, I got another one right there. All right. Okay, let's see what else we can find out here. Okay, so I found some leaves that had fallen off the tree. I didn't pick anything off the tree, and they're different than the other ones. So the back side have more texture than the front, I think. So I'm going to try to put this underneath my paper so that when I rub it, all those little markings show. We'll see. They're pretty bumpy, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this to do it, but we're going to try. Ooh, oh, nope, they fell out. Okay, when I held it down, I was able to get a fairly decent rubbing. So I'm going to put the other two underneath here, and I'm going to keep rubbing. Alright, so that's coming out pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to move these around and keep going. Not too bad, not too bad. I got a few. Okay, so I am going to walk around my house and see if there's any other texture I can find. Any other texture, I'm going to fill in these other spots. Okay? All right, I can't wait to see what you do on yours. Okay, bye.